Hey everyone, Albert Pavon here with Pavon Realty Group, bringing back our special guest, Kevin Coleman from SWBC. Some of you guys probably know him. For you who do not, he's probably one of the top lenders, in my opinion, in the area.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We were just discussing in the previous episode what you could expect if you're having a hard time making your mortgage payments, what to do, a couple ideas. This episode, we would like to discuss what we think is going to happen in 2021, future predictions.
Very exciting.
We don't have lotto numbers, but we hope we can kind of tell you what we think is going to happen in 2021 in the real estate market. And also talk about new loan limits, because they have changed them, they have announced them. And is that your phone again? This is what happens when you do so many loans. Your phone just doesn't stop.
It's on silent.
Uh-huh.
It just makes noise now.
So, loan limits going up, interest rates. We'll talk about that in a second. And welcome back, Kevin.
Thank you. Glad to be here again.
I'm glad you came back.
So, we got good news. Good news is in 2021, loan limits have increased. So, I'm going to talk about Palm Beach County in particular. On FHA loans, which is the government program to put down 3.5%, really good for first-time home buyers.
Minimum 3.5.
Yep. They've risen to 402,500, if my notes serve me correctly. So the good news upon that is basically, if you were to find a house for, let's call it 415,000, you can
put down 3.5%.
Yep, absolutely.
And now you got a new loan limit.
Yep, you do. A new higher loan limit, something we all look forward to.
What about conventional?
Conventional took a big bump. They rose from 2020, 510,400 to 2021, 548,250. Which,
why is that? Because prices are going up?
Absolutely. It does go with the median price out there in the market. But the good news is, even if you're not a first-time home buyer, you can look to take advantage of a loan up to that loan limit with as little as 5% down.
I know we've discussed it before, but doing a conventional loan now with the new loan limit of 548,250, that means you have to put down 20%, right?
No, negative. The good news is nothing's changed there. First-time home buyers can put down as little as 3%. There's cases where if you own another home, it is possible to put down 3%, depending upon who's on the loan, and please contact me and I'll be happy to go over it with you.
How do they contact you? Is the information below?
The information is below. There's basically at this new loan limit and this loan size, a key factor is you can put down as little as 5% in pretty much all cases. So it helps you gear towards being able to purchase, upgrade if that's what you're looking to do, to a much larger home. If you're selling your home, for example, and making a good decent amount of, equity profit on it, you can still take advantage of a lower down payment option if you'd like, and keep your funds for what you need to do with it. So it definitely opens doors for sure, in my opinion.
Which I would say 2020 has been a enormous year for people upgrading, upsizing in their house, I would say, because they have a lot of equity in their house. Rates have been really low. So they have been having a chance. It gets a little stressful to do a simultaneous close. This year we had one where it was 4 properties. One had to close, another one had to close another. It was a big old domino effect. A little stressful, but have a few more gray hairs. But we got it to happen. We got it to happen.
That's what's most important.
So we are seeing it. So now with loan limits increasing, I'm sure in 2021 we'll be seeing the same thing.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. It was no politics. It was an election year. What do you think was going to happen to interest rates?
Well, that's actually a good question, and I get phone calls every day asking me, should we take care of this or that before any type of administration change, whether it stays the same or it changes? And I have a really common answer. I believe interest rates will remain at low levels throughout the full year of 2021. The reason being mainly has to do with the way mortgages are secured. Right now, the Fed is purchasing a majority of the mortgage-backed securities, and they're purchasing them.
So technical.
But the good news is rates will remain low.
No, but it's a good thing. I think you should explain a little bit how it does work.
I'll explain a little bit. So the Fed is the ones who are the major player purchasing the mortgage-backed securities. And with the Fed making these purchases, they're purchasing them at certain levels that they want them at. If the Fed decides to purchase mortgages at anything in the twos, for example, that's what they'll go for. So the Fed's plan is to continue to purchase mortgage-backed securities for the foreseeable future, and as long as that takes place.
Well, from everything that I'm reading,
Yeah, and maybe too.
The Feds are planning on keeping it there. So
Yep.
I think it has a lot to do with how the economy performs as well.
It does, yes.
So in my opinion, I think where we stand right now, they want to keep rates where
Yes.
they are to keep the economy.
They want housing to
around.
remain strong.
I did read somewhere too that for every house that sells, like 66 jobs are created.
Yep.
For every time a home is sold. So I can see why they want to keep the rates where they are. So you're telling me, from what you're reading and from what you're seeing, 2021 rates should remain where they're at? Go lower, go higher?
Lower, higher. I mean, you're
Gonna
at
dance?
record. We set record levels 14 times in 2020 for interest rates going down.
Man, 14 times.
There was 14 record levels set in 2020 for interest rates. Even if they were to rise slightly, which I foresee them being very stable in my opinion, they've been following this for 60, 70 years. You're still close to a record level every time. It's definitely a great time to get a mortgage.
And for you folks to realize too, right now we're in a seller's market. So 2020 has been extremely a seller's market just because of where the inventory levels have been. If the rates do not go up, we're going to remain in that seller's market. Now, I'm really hoping that 2021 brings us better news with everything that's going on with COVID. We need the better news. I feel that sellers eventually are going to start feeling safer about putting their house on the market. But I do feel that if interest rates did start to go up, we probably will start to see a little bit more inventory. But with the higher interest rate also comes that higher payment.
Yep, it does.
So, but I'm thinking from the sales side of selling and purchasing homes, I think we're going to continue to see a seller's market through 2021 with the rates where they're at.
Yes, that I agree. And I do highly believe that we will see more inventory at the beginning of 2021, especially in the first quarter. And as every year goes, once it starts getting warmer out and we get into the spring and summer months, it's off to the races.
And historically speaking, from all the history that I've read on, the first year for any new president is usually the hottest real estate market before it starts to cool down. We'll see. COVID and everything else going on, we'll see what happens in the first year of 2021. I think it's going to be low inventory, low interest rates, a lot of refinances. I hope you guys are really enjoying this. We will talk to you soon on the next episode. Maybe Kevin will come, maybe he won't. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.